It's amazing how life works out sometimes, huh? Isn't that incredible?
It is, man. What a full circle moment, right? To be drafted here with the Texans and to come back as the head coach is definitely full circle, surreal. It's just it's an awesome moment, right? Awesome time. Special time for my family, for myself, for the city of Houston. Just everyone is fired up. Feel the energy from everyone. So, man, we're excited to get to work.
So on that draft night, when you were a second-round pick out of Houston, who was the first individual to ever officially, first time ever, welcome you to the Houston Texans? Who's that one on the phone with you that night?
The first person I talked to was Coach Gary Kubiak. Right? He was the first one to welcome me here, and that was a wild moment. The family was going crazy, and everybody's excited. They're going to Houston, and now from that call from Coach Gary, and now to be sitting in his old office, that is definitely it's weird, but it's special.
Yeah, I bet. What if somebody had told you on that draft party night, everything calms down, you're finally by yourself, hey, tapped you on the shoulder, one day this is going to wind up with you being head coach of the Houston Texans yourself. What would you have said at that point in time?
No way at all. There's
really?
No way I'll be. There's no way I'll be coaching NFL. I would have never in my wildest dream imagined it at that point in time. But now, after my career and the things that transpire within my career, I can see it shaping up that way, but just not at that moment. But just throughout my career, just being in the position I've been in, just leadership and leading the guys around me. Right, I look back on that, look back on life just and everything, like I've been built for this moment, right? Everything, from high school to college, throughout my playing days in NFL, like just thinking of how all the things happen, right, with the coaches that I've been around and the inspirations that I've gotten from them, the things that they've taught me and instilled in me, I see all of that, right, being a part of who I am. All those experiences will truly help me taking on this new role.
Because pretty much to a man, teammate of yours that's been interviewed throughout the last couple of years as you've ascended as the defensive coordinator of the 49ers, and then this year in particular when it looked like you were definitely going to get a head coaching gig out of this year's success, everybody who played with you or was around you said this guy was born to coach. Why do you think that is? Can you self-scout in that respect, DeMeco Ryans?
I was doing a little scouting while I was playing. I saw the new players who come in, and I always did like a quick assessment. Never really.
No, I meant self-scout yourself. Why do you think everybody said that you were born to coach? Why do you think that?
Well, I think just who I am, right? Just naturally, just being around the guys and just being a natural leader, right? And guys kind of gravitated, toward me because it was always important to me to be my best, whether it was a walkthrough, right, a meeting, practice. Like I always wanted to make sure that I was being my best so the guys around me could count on me. So accountability was just such an important part of who I was, and I wanted to be the best at everything that I did. And I think that, right, the guys seeing that from me, right, and that's what they saw, and that's what inspired them to follow me because they knew, Miko was going to do it the right way.
DeMeco Ryans, Houston Texans head coach here on the Rich Eisen Show. And then let's talk about your choice that you apparently had between this organization and the Broncos. Did it come down to essentially that you have a history with this organization and town and maybe some roots and connections in that front? Is that
the Broncos are outstanding. The ownership group there, they're a great group, and I know they're going to do an awesome job there in Denver. Grateful, thankful for them for that opportunity. Houston, same, great ownership. Just being familiar with the city here, my wife being from here, and just being able to have the opportunity to work with a young group, right, and seeing what we had here with the draft capital, everything looking forward, right, to build on a young team. It was exciting. I saw it as really, I know it's a challenge, right? Tough challenge, but I'm looking forward to the challenge and looking forward to do it in a place that drafted me.
So, did you meet your wife as a player there? Did you meet your wife through the
I did.
playing?
I met my wife here. I met my wife here while I was playing in Houston. I met my wife at Bible class at Fifth Ward Church of Christ.
So clearly, there's a history and so much connection between you and this town. I do have to ask though, DeMeco Ryans, that your previous two predecessors, one and done, coaches of color. Many people were saying that the third coach in now better watch out. Do you have any concerns on that front, DeMeco Ryans, for you?
There are no concerns for me. I understand the history of this organization and the coaches that have been here. And, yeah, it's been some rocky years, some unfortunate years, but some great men, right? Great men who came before me, great leaders, great coaches. And, unfortunately, it did not work out. So, for me, looking at where we're headed, looking at the future of this organization, and I'm excited to work with Nick and Kyle and build this team the proper way with the right guys. So it's there's no hesitation at all because I'm excited about the future and I see the future is bright here, and that's what excites me about it.
And then, of course, you couldn't take a job elsewhere and then look in the back of the room and see Brian Cushing and Andre Johnson as well, or somewhere in the room. They were there yesterday, right, for your introductory press conference, those guys? Your former teammates?
Right, son of former players there. Andre Johnson, hopefully future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's
there,
up for it.
Brian Cushing. To see those guys, it was truly a special moment, Rich. Like, it just brought it back even more full circle, right? To know I was on the battlefield with those guys, playing in the locker room with those guys. It's truly a brotherhood. And to see the support that they had for me, it was emotional moment for me, special moment, and really thankful for their support. But when you see a guy like Andre Johnson, that's the guy who I looked up to, as a player coming in as a young player. He taught me so much of how to work as a pro, right, and how to lead in the community. And to see him there supporting me, it was outstanding. And we want to build our team around guys like a Brian Cushing, like Andre Johnson, J.J. Watt, right, really great players who have laid the foundation here.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.